Hi, boys and girls. Let's have some fun and draw together today. Maybe your parents would even like to join in. Anyone in your household is really welcome. This project is recommended for 2nd grade today. Today we will be drawing honeybees and flowers. Let's start with our shapes. I'm going to use a marker so you can see better. Remember to hold onto your paper with one hand, draw with the other hand. The first shape is a circle. Anywhere on your paper, you can use a scrap piece of paper also. Next shape is a dot. It's a circle, but we color it all the way in, so we call it a dot. The next, do you remember the name of this line? Very good, boys and girls. Horizontal. Can we all say that together? Horizontal line. Next line, do you remember that one? Vertical. Very good. Vertical line. Very good. We have one more line. Remember the name of that one? Diagonal. Very good, boys and girls. Let's say it together. Diagonal line. Okay. Then we have our half circles. A U. An upside down U. Looks like a rainbow. A C and a backward C. All of these are half circles. So if we put them together, it would make a full circle. Then we have our angled lines, which are our V's. A regular V, an upside down V, which looks like an A without the crossbar, a sideways V, and another sideways V. Very good. Then we have a slightly curved line. Remember, it is not as curved as our upside down U or rainbow. It's not as straight as our straight line. That's why we call it a slightly curved line. Then we have our lazy S. Our lazy S laying down or horizontally, we call a hill and a valley. And then we've been doing spirals lately, which is just fun. So remember, you start in the middle. Looks like you're going to do a circle, but you go past that point and just keep going around. And remember, they make wonderful snails. That's why they're fun. All right, so those are our shapes. Remember, we're going to do them before every project because it just makes it easier for us to draw. All you'll need today is a piece of paper, pencil, maybe an eraser. So that means if you want to erase things, you're going to draw lightly enough so that you can erase. At the end, if you'd like a Sharpie or markers or colored pencils, anything you have in your house to color it in is just fine. And if you don't, you can leave it just a pencil sketch is also fine. So again, we're just trying to have some fun. So the first thing we're going to do is our shapes. I'm going to use a scrap piece of paper. Let's remember our good habits and face forward, holding our paper with one hand and drawing with the other. All right, so let's begin our shapes now, boys and girls. First shape is a circle. Anywhere on your paper, give me a circle. Next to it, give me a dot. It's a circle, but we color it all the way in, so we call it a dot. The next shape, do you remember what that's called? Let's say it together. Horizontal line. Very good. The next shape, let's say that together. Vertical line. Very good. And then the next one. Do you remember that one? A diagonal line. Very good, boys and girls. Then we have some half circles. A U. An upside down U, which looks like a rainbow. A C and a backward C. A V, upside down V, sideways V. Remember our slightly curved, not as bent as our upside down U, not as straight as our straight line. Lazy S's, hill and a valley, and then a spiral. It's been fun for snails. All right, boys and girls. So get another piece of paper. Remember, it's your decision on if you'd like your paper horizontally or vertical. Remember, you have to use your brain first and think about, what do I want this picture to look like? How many bees do I want in it? Do I want one big bee? Do I want several bees? How big do I want my flowers? Where do I want to put them? This is all your composition and things you have to think about before you even start to draw. So, I'm going to start with a bee. I'm going to start with this bee right here. It's a sideways bee, so we're only going to see one eye. Okay. Let's remember, anywhere on your paper, but let's hold it first. I'm going to start, because it's a sideways view, I'm going to do an oval shape. Remember, our bee comes in 3 parts. Head is the first one. Next is a thorax. So 2 slightly curved lines for my thorax. And then here's the abdomen, which is longer. A slightly curved line and another slightly curved line, and maybe ending up in a point. The abdomen is where his stripes are. And remember, our stripes are going to be slightly curved. Why? Yes, because our bee is round, not flat. So we want it to look realistic. We're doing slightly curved lines in here. So let's finish up our bee. He needs an eye. If you want his little tongue coming out, you can. That's where you get his nectar from. Now remember, the wings, how many are there? And they come out of the thorax, not the abdomen. So up here. So I'm going to take a line, diagonal line. I'm going to make another diagonal line, so it kind of looks like a V coming out of there. And then however you want to close up those 2 lines. I'm going to do a lazy S today. See how that looks. I think I kind of like that. So remember, this is a side view. So I don't put a wing on this side. Both wings go on this side. So one's a little smaller, one's a little bigger. So here's my other one. I'm going to go out with a diagonal. I'm going to go out with another one, which looks like a V, and then I'm going to close that in with my slightly curved line. Now later, if you'd like to put little lines in there, you can. Of course, we have an antenna. 2 little lines and a dot is what I used. It is up to you if you want to show his legs. If he's flying, you might not see him. If he's landed, you might. How many legs do we have? Very good. 6. So 3 on one side and 3 on the other. Again, only if you want to show, I don't want to show the other ones, so I'm just going to show 3 there. So I now have my honeybee, my first one. I can continue to make my honeybees, or I could start to make my flower. But I'd like to put lots more honeybees in, because remember how much Miss Yvonne loves honeybees. So I'm going to put many more honeybees in before I start to put my flowers, because why? My honeybees are in the foreground. My flowers are in the background, right? My honeybees are on top of it. So it will just be easier to draw those first. You can do it either way, but I find it easier to draw my bees first. So that was one bee. The next bee I'm going to draw, I'm going to, instead of doing a profile, I'm going to do the back of him. So it's going to start with a circle. Remember, that's my head. What's the next? That's right, a thorax. 2 slightly curved lines for that. It's not quite as big as the abdomen, which comes next. 2 slightly curved lines. If you want to end in a point, you can. And here come my slightly curved lines for the bees' lines. However you want to do the eyes. I'll remember, if this is the back of it, I probably wouldn't see my eyes. Remember, I said I wanted to do the back of it, so I'm not going to show eyes, but I would show my antenna, right? And then, of course, some wings. So how I did it before. 2 diagonal lines out, and you close it in however you'd like. So let's see, we have 2 bees. I definitely want some more bees. So here I go. I'm going to do another one. Let's see, I want to kind of have them dancing around here. So I'm going to do another one maybe right down up here. So I'm going to start with the head. I'm not going to do a full circle this time. This one is going to be a little different. Instead of the back of it, it's going to be the front of it. So I'm going to do almost a circle, and I'm going to touch the end of that for what? That's right, it's thorax. 2 slightly curved lines there. And then bigger 2 slightly curved lines for my abdominal. Very good. And here go my slightly curved lines for the bees. And then this one's looking at me, so I can put eyes like that. Antenna, right? And where did I say the wings come out of? The thorax. So I'm going to go a diagonal line, a back, almost looks like a V, sideways V, excuse me. However you'd like to connect that. And then if you'd like to show his legs or not. I don't think I want to show, well, I could show the back legs maybe. Okay, that's up to you. All right, so I probably do lots more bees, but I don't want to take up too much time. I think you've got it. You've got a bee that's going away. You have a bee that you see the 2 eyes, and you have a sideways bee. So you can do lots more bees, which I'd love to see. But now let's talk about our flowers. Now, you can do any flower you want, you know that. But I'm going to draw today the easiest flower. So I'm going to start with a circle. Remember I said I want, or maybe I didn't, but I want this one in my flower, getting some pollen. So a circle I'm going to put around my first bee, and then I'm going to put all of his petals. Now again, you can do it any way you want. I'm going to do 2 slightly curved lines that end in a point. So here's 1 slightly curved line and another slightly curved line. I'm going to continue that. I'm going to do full petals. Sometimes I say, you know, if you don't see the next petal, it would be half of, but I'm going to do it this way today. I'm going to go out. Now, what happens if another bee gets in the way? No problem. I'm just simply going to say, excuse me, and hop over my bee. And now he's flying through that flower too. It makes it look more interesting. I'm going to continue. Now remember, boys and girls, if it's easier for you to turn your paper as you are making petals, that's okay to do. It depends, whatever is easiest for you. So here I'm going to do this one. Again, it's going to have a bee. Say, excuse me, hop over. And then I've got room, a little bit more, excuse me, there. And 1 more petal to finish that off. So I've got a nice big flower on mine, which I like. All my bees are on it. Well, let's put it this way now. Hope you like that composition. I would probably finish it off with more bees, some more flowers. You know how I like flowers that are off the page? That goes for a nice composition if you don't show all your information to everybody. But let's finish this guy off. Need a stem. Make it thicker. And then, of course, some leaves. My leaves are pretty much the same way I did my flower, except that I have the vein in the middle. Now, of course, I'm outside. If you want to show the sun, if you want to show grass, if you want to show the snail that we practice with our slightly curved line, anything would be great. I'd love to see these, though. I can't wait to see them all colored in, or just a pencil sketch. So have a great day. Hope your parents or someone else in the household also enjoyed the project, and we'll talk to you very soon. Stay safe.